Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis are undeniably charming, and their public appearances with parents Prince William and Kate Middleton always draw attention. Recently, the royal trio stepped out for an event, but an intriguing topic has caught the public's eye. What did Prince William make explicitly clear about his children's relationship with their step-grandmother, and what popular game does she enjoy playing with her other grandchildren? The British royals have been making headlines for all the wrong reasons, with drama continuing to unfold within Westminster Abbey's Grand Hall. During a Christmas carol service, Prince Louis shared a surprising truth about Queen Camilla that years of royal appearances had seemingly kept hidden. This unfiltered moment left many questioning the true nature of relationships within the palace walls. Furthermore, it sparked curiosity about Princess Charlotte's protective demeanor and its underlying reasons. What has the next generation of royals been saying that has the UK buzzing? On a chilly December evening at Westminster Abbey, the festive Christmas carol service became the setting for an unexpected moment that left the British royal family taken aback. The Abbey, glowing with twinkling lights and festive decorations, provided the perfect backdrop for what began as a joyful celebration. Christmas, often associated with presents, tinsel, and mince pies, is also a time to pause and reflect on deeper values. 5-year-old Prince Louis, known for his lively energy and amusing expressions, stood proudly beside a vibrant, beautifully decorated kindness tree. This tree, more than just a decorative piece, served a meaningful purpose. Guests were invited to hang cards bearing heartfelt messages of gratitude and appreciation on its branches, creating a tree adorned with warm, handwritten notes. The initiative was the brainchild of Kate, the Princess of Wales, who aimed to add a personal and touching element to the event, emphasizing the importance of kindness and thankfulness. Louis held his card high for everyone to see, revealing his simple yet sweet message, "Thank you for Granny and Grandpa because they have played games with me." He was referring to Kate's parents, Carol and Michael Middleton, who are known for being hands-on and playful grandparents at their Berkshire home. However, the cheerful atmosphere took an unexpected turn when a guest kindly asked Louis why Queen Camilla wasn't mentioned on his card. With the candid honesty of a child, Louis reportedly replied, "She's lying." The festive ambience grew tense as he elaborated, explaining that Camilla had once promised to play games with him but later called him annoying and told him to leave. Adding to the tension, Louis remarked that he had seen her sitting alone, doing nothing instead. Kate, who had been conversing with other guests nearby, quickly approached her son. Observers noted her usual calm smile appeared slightly strained as she knelt beside Louis and quietly whispered to him. The moment left those present reflecting on the raw honesty of childhood and the complexities of royal relationships, sparking widespread discussion and speculation about the dynamics within the royal family. William appeared both surprised and concerned as he glanced at Camilla, whose usually calm expression seemed to waver for a moment. This fleeting reaction highlighted the complex relationships within the royal family, particularly across generations. King Charles has often been seen playing with his grandchildren in the gardens at Highgrove House, reading them stories and engaging with them warmly. However, Camilla's bond with William and Kate's children has remained more formal and distant. The incident at the carol service was not merely about a child speaking their mind, it underscored the challenges of blending families, even within the royal household. The Wales children spend much of their time with the Middletons, whose laid-back family gatherings include board games and outdoor fun. 9-year-old Prince George and 7-year-old Princess Charlotte recently stepped out to support their mother, Kate Middleton, at her second annual holiday concert, a setting that reflects the relaxed and inclusive approach of the Middleton family. This stands in contrast to the more traditional and reserved way the royal family navigates relationships, a difference that such moments bring into focus. As the carol service progressed, the royal family maintained their composure, but the mood had noticeably shifted. Staff members whispered quietly among themselves while most guests acted as though nothing unusual had occurred. Despite the meticulous planning of royal events, this moment revealed how genuine emotions can sometimes surface. In the days following the service, reports suggested private family discussions were held to address what happened. Official palace statements emphasized unity, but Prince Louis's words highlighted the delicate balance the family must maintain between their public duties and private lives, as well as between traditional royal expectations and modern family dynamics. The carol service incident served as a reminder that even royal children, surrounded by formality and privilege, perceive the world with the same unfiltered honesty as any other child. While Louis's remarks may have been awkward for the adults, they offered a rare and genuine glimpse into the family dynamics within the royal household. It demonstrated that, royal or not, family relationships are often complicated. Prince Louis's candid honesty during the Christmas carol service left many speechless, but it also raised broader questions about what happens behind palace walls when the cameras are off and why Camilla's relationship with the Wales children seems so different from their bonds with other family members. Camilla's relationship with William and Kate's children feels like a puzzle with missing pieces. Unlike the cozy hugs and playful moments the children share with their Middleton grandparents, their interactions with Camilla often appear more formal and reserved. These moments predominantly occur at official events where everyone is expected to present a united front for the cameras. At family gatherings, the difference is stark. When the children visit their Middleton grandparents in Berkshire, they freely run around the garden, bake cookies in the kitchen, and spend hours playing board games. Even King Charles partakes in such activities, getting down on his knees to garden with his grandchildren at Highgrove House, showing them the plants he cherishes. However, things seem different with Camilla. At a recent garden party at Buckingham Palace, while most of the royal family appeared to be enjoying themselves, the interactions with Camilla seemed notably more distant. Moments like these reflect the nuanced and sometimes strained dynamics within the royal family, revealing that even amid privilege and tradition, the challenges of building relationships remain universal. It is absolutely beautiful and perfect. People really enjoy coming to the garden parties, chatting and laughing together. Camilla kept her distance from the Wales children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. Instead, she spent her time standing with her own grandchildren from her first marriage. One moment, in particular, stood out. Young Prince Louis, known for his curious and playful nature, picked a flower from the garden and eagerly tried to show it to Camilla. But instead of joining in his excitement, Camilla appeared a bit uneasy. She didn't seem as relaxed or connected with Louis as others might have expected. It was a small but noticeable moment that hinted at a different dynamic between Camilla and the Wales children compared to the rest of the family. This distance isn't just about different personalities, it goes back to family history. William was only 15 when he lost his mother, Princess Diana. As he grew up, he had to watch his parents' marriage fall apart in front of the whole world. Diana once famously said in a TV interview that there were 3 people in this marriage, referring to Charles's relationship with Camilla as causing problems in their marriage. These memories are still fresh. At royal family dinners, people say William is polite to Camilla but doesn't talk to her much. Kate, always kind and thoughtful, makes sure the children show respect but doesn't push them to become closer. During last year's Easter at Windsor Castle, the children spent most of their time with their parents and King Charles, while Camilla stayed with her own family in another part of the castle. This becomes even clearer during the holidays at Christmas in Sandringham, the royal family's estate in Norfolk. Camilla's grandchildren are also there. People who work at the estate say there's a noticeable divide. Camilla's grandchildren stay together while George, Charlotte, and Louis play separately. You can see this divide even in group photos, though it's subtle. William has worked hard to protect his children from the public attention he grew up with. He and Kate have created a more normal life for their family, filled with school runs, sports practices, and family movie nights. Their home, Adelaide Cottage in Windsor, was chosen so the kids could have space away from the main palace and be themselves. But even with their normal life, royal duties are still a part of their world. At official events, the children have to interact with all family members, including Camilla. During the king's coronation, cameras caught a moment when Louis reached for his dad's hand instead of standing next to his step-grandmother as planned. These small moments tell a bigger story about how the family works behind closed doors. Even though everyone tries their best to get along, some relationships within the royal family are still complicated. People who work closely with the family say that while everyone is doing their best, some issues from the past are still being worked through. The children, especially Louis with his playful nature, sometimes show these hidden tensions without meaning to. One thing that stands out through all the tension is the strong bond between the 3 royal siblings. What makes their relationship so special, And why does Princess Charlotte seem to be so protective of her little brother Louis? The protective sibling bond behind the big gates of Adelaide Cottage, far from all the formal events, shows that George, Charlotte, and Louis are just like any other brothers and sisters. They argue over the TV remote, build forts with blankets in the living room, and always stick together when things get tough. At just 8 years old, Princess Charlotte has already taken on the role of a caring big sister, almost like a little protector for her younger brother. Princess Charlotte enjoys calling the shots, even if it means telling one of them to bow. From cracking jokes to acting as a role model, Charlotte exhibits leadership with her sibling, Prince Louis. One sweet moment that highlighted this occurred during a garden party at Buckingham Palace last summer. The event was bustling with people, and all the excitement seemed to overwhelm Louis, who, despite his playful energy, is still just a little boy. Sensing that he was feeling uneasy, Charlotte stepped in without hesitation. She quietly took his hand, offering him comfort and a sense of security. Then, with a poise and calmness beyond her years, she gently guided him through the crowd, showing him how to greet the guests properly. It wasn't a big, showy gesture but a quiet act of kindness that demonstrated how well she understands her brother. Charlotte seemed to know exactly what he needed at that moment, proving that even at her young age, she has a natural ability to care for others and handle the pressures of royal life with grace. Their special bond began even before Louis could walk. In a sweet photo from Charlotte's 3rd birthday, she's holding baby Louis so gently that the palace staff started calling her the mini mummy. Now, a few years later, that protective feeling has only gotten stronger. At school drop-offs at Lamrook, Charlotte makes sure Louis finds his classroom and has all his books, even though she has her own classes to get to. But it's not all serious business for these siblings. Every Friday night, they have a family movie night at Adelaide Cottage, and Louis always saves a spot on the couch for Charlotte. They even have a secret handshake that no one else knows, not even their parents. Charlotte keeps a special drawer in her room filled with drawings Louis makes just for her. George, being the oldest, plays a big part in their group while he's getting ready for his future as king with extra lessons about British history and royal rules. Despite this, he still finds time to be a caring big brother. Last summer, in Norfolk, George taught Louis how to fly a kite, showing the same patience Charlotte always has. The siblings also have their traditions. Every Saturday morning, they make breakfast together for their parents with a little help from the palace chef. George handles the toast, Charlotte arranges the fruit, and Louis, despite making a mess, insists on stirring the orange juice. These small, quiet moments help make their bond even stronger. Their teachers at Lamrook School often mention how the siblings take care of each other during breaks. When Louis first started school and was nervous about joining a football game, George and Charlotte set up a special 3-person match behind the science building until Louis felt comfortable enough to play with the other kids. Even at big, official events where they are supposed to act their best, their sibling bond still shows. At the last Trooping the Colour, when Louis started giggling during a serious moment, Charlotte didn't tell him to be quiet, as others might have. Instead, she made a funny face back at him, turning what could have been an awkward moment into a sweet, funny exchange between the two. The 3 siblings have a secret code word they use when one of them feels uncomfortable at public events. A palace insider shared that Charlotte came up with the idea after noticing how overwhelming some situations could be for Louis. When one of them says the word, the other 2 know it's time to step in and help. They are not just royal children following rules, they are brothers and sisters who genuinely care for each other, and the close bond between the Wales siblings has captured hearts around the world. It all started when Prince Louis joined the royal family. But how did this little prince, born into a family with so much tradition, grow into the happy and outspoken child who keeps both the public and the palace on their toes? On April 23, 2018, the streets of London were full of excitement. People started gathering early outside St. Mary's Hospital, eager to catch their first look at the newest royal baby. At 11:01 a.m., as the spring sun warmed the city, Prince Louis Arthur Charles was born. Louis Arthur Charles is the name he would now be known by, His Royal Highness Prince Louis. The Lindo wing at the hospital, where both Prince George and Princess Charlotte were also born, had been buzzing with preparations for weeks. Nurses and staff worked behind the scenes to ensure everything was perfect for the arrival of the newest royal baby. Outside, the excitement grew day by day. Royal fans gathered near the hospital, setting up little camps with chairs, blankets, and umbrellas to stay comfortable. They brought thermoses of tea and plates of biscuits, sharing snacks and stories as they passed the time together. It felt more like a big street party than just waiting for news. When the announcement finally came that the baby had arrived, the city erupted in celebration. Across London, there was an outpouring of joy. The bells of Westminster Abbey rang out for 3 straight hours, filling the air with a cheerful melody that echoed through the streets. In Hyde Park, the King's Troop Royal Horse Artillery marked the occasion with a grand salute, firing 62 rounds of cannon fire in honor of the new royal. The excitement and energy made it clear just how much this moment meant to people both in the city and beyond. Louis's name had a special meaning. His first name honored Lord Louis Mountbatten, Prince Philip's dear uncle, who was sadly harmed in 1979. The middle names Arthur and Charles connected him to his grandfather, now King Charles III, and the great kings of Britain's history. Right from his first public appearance, Louis made it clear he was going to do things his way. While most royal babies sleep during their first moments in the spotlight, Louis waved his little fists at the cameras, making the photographers laugh. Kate later joked that he was saying hello to the world in his own special way. Louis's christening at the Chapel Royal in St. James's Palace was a moment full of love. The chapel, filled with soft sunlight shining through old stained glass windows, held special memories. It was the same place where his big sister Charlotte was christened and where his grandmother, Princess Diana's coffin was placed before her funeral. Louis wore the same christening gown that his siblings had worn, a replica of one first used for Queen Victoria's oldest daughter in 1841. As Louis got older, his personality started to shine. During his first Christmas at Sandringham, he crawled across the carpet in the big drawing room, collecting wrapping paper and making everyone laugh. The staff even started calling him the Little Whirlwind because he was always moving around, exploring everything he could reach. Louis's first public wave came at Trooping the Colour in 2019. While most royal kids take a while to get the royal wave right, Louis did it perfectly on his first try. Standing on the Buckingham Palace balcony in his mother's arms, he waved so excitedly that his little arm got tired before the event ended. When it was time for nursery school, Louis started at Wilcox's nursery school near Kensington Palace. On his first day, he marched right in with a blue backpack that was almost as big as he was. His teachers soon found out that he loved painting and often came home with pictures for his siblings, along with pockets full of rocks he had picked up in the playground. The family's move to Adelaide Cottage in Windsor brought even more changes, providing a quieter home that gave Louis more space to be himself. He especially loved the garden, where he helped Kate plant sunflowers and learned to ride his first bike without training wheels. Every time Louis makes a public appearance, we see more of his fun personality. Whether he's making funny faces at royal events or asking honest questions at formal gatherings, he brings a fresh energy to royal traditions. From big coronations to cheeky grins, the royal spotlight often falls on the youngest members of the family, but how does the youngest royal mix fun and games with the important traditions they are expected to follow? Royal heritage and modern parenting came together during the coronation of King Charles III on May 6, 2023, a big historic event. At the coronation, one royal stood out, not because of his title, but because of his energy. The youngest royal, dressed neatly and full of excitement, joined the ceremony with his family. While his older brother, Prince George, had a more serious role, the youngest one brought fun and joy to the event. His playful behavior and honest expressions made the event feel more relaxed. Behind Prince Louis's playful behavior is a thoughtful parenting style that blends royal traditions with a warm, hands-on approach. His mother, Kate Middleton, the Princess of Wales, is well known for how carefully she raises her children. While carrying out her many royal duties, she also makes it a priority to create a loving and grounded home for her family. Kate is often seen doing everyday things with her kids, like taking them to school or spending time outdoors as a family. She believes in balancing their royal responsibilities with regular childhood experiences, so they can grow up feeling cared for and connected to the world around them. Even in public, Kate's approach to parenting stands out. She's always nearby, guiding her children through royal events and helping them feel comfortable in the spotlight. But at home, life isn't all about royal rules and appearances, it's about bedtime stories, games, and spending time together as a family. This mix of tradition and hands-on care shows that while Louis, George, and Charlotte are part of one of the most famous families in the world, their parents are working hard to make sure they grow up with a sense of kindness, responsibility, and joy. Kate's love for nature has had a big influence on her children, especially the youngest. Whether he's exploring the grounds of their home at Adelaide Cottage or helping with gardening, he loves spending time outside. These activities show how much Kate values connecting with nature, which is also backed by research saying that outdoor time helps children be more creative and strong. But it's not just about being outside, Kate also encourages creativity inside the house. From baking together to doing arts and crafts, she helps her children's imaginations grow. For the youngest, this means dancing in the kitchen with Princess Charlotte one day and trying to keep up with his older siblings the next. These moments create special family memories full of laughter and love. Prince William is also very involved in raising his kids. Even with his busy royal responsibilities, Prince William makes sure to spend quality time with his children. He's known for being playful and balancing fun with teaching them right from wrong. This way of parenting shows a more modern approach in the royal family, where being loving and involved is just as important as following tradition. Together, Kate and William work as a team to raise their children. They know that being in the royal family can come with its challenges, so they make sure their kids have a sense of normal life. While their youngest son often gets attention for his funny behavior, it's a sign of the supportive home where he feels free to be himself. The youngest royal's fun-loving personality isn't just because the media loves to cover him, it comes from a family that values connection, creativity, and care. Through outdoor activities, family time, and focusing on the little things, Kate and William have created a home where their children can grow and be happy. How has Camilla's role in the royal family changed over the years, and what is her relationship with her step-grandkids? They say kids do not lie and are very perceptive. How much of what Prince Louis said is true? Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more. Also, click the next video showing on your screen. You will enjoy it.